just coming back here where we spent so much of our childhood and our youth, and when we first got to be friends together, just sort of takes you back and makes you feel young. You know, some of the best days of your life are here in college, and that's definitely the case with our time at St. Rose.
This is where we grew up.
Camelot Room, let's go. How much has changed in this area? There's a Starbucks. Need I say anything more? We were just these two like 16-year-old skinny kids
That didn't do our homework.
who ended up at St. Rose, and now we're at two of the most prestigious academic institutions in the country, which is, we get a kick out of that.
Get a kick out of it.
Yeah. We ended up playing on a college summer league together, and we were teammates, and we played for Coach Bob BELLIZZI, who was the head coach at St. Rose. And then we just became best friends that entire summer. Then all of a sudden I'm at St. Rose, and Coach BELLIZZI knows everything that's happened in my life. He knows, you know, who I'm hanging out with, how my classes are going.
Being very small and family orientated, and you know, walking past everybody and saying hello to every person because you've either seen them all day or they live in your dorm or anything like that.
And I remember just what it was like being a 19-year-old kid arriving at St. Rose. I didn't really know anybody except for Doug. We lived in the same suite in Alumni Hall. Was it 207 Alumni Hall?
I'm not sure, but it was on the second floor.
I'm pretty sure it was 207 Alumni Hall down here.
No, first door on the right.
Yep.
204 maybe.
But you were here as a freshman, so you lived in
Lima. I lived in Lima.
Lima Hall, yeah. This is a girls' room now. Yeah, a lot of Drake going on here.
I'm sure they like Drake, but
Well, we might have had Van Halen on here back in the day, I don't know. We're more like brothers than we are friends, I would say.
no doubt I snuck in and out of his basement without his parents knowing 100 times. 100 times.
Well, I mean, you had free reign of the house and the refrigerator for sure.
That's for sure.
My mom used to do your laundry.
She did my laundry. I loved it too.
So I got a bunch of hats. I don't know what size.
Those were sort of great years for St. Rose baseball. I mean, our 1990 team had like 50 wins or something ridiculous and went to the NAIA World Series. And so we just being on the field together, we used to pound on teams, and it was just a lot of fun. It was a point of pride because, you know, it was our little Albany program that was making big news. Hey, right there. That's me. It's my signature. Doug, did you know how to write your name? Doug, you're not on here, right? Nope, right there. Doug is right there. I'm right there. There's Coach BELLIZZI right there. You know, the path to where I am at Phillips Academy Andover and where Doug is at NYU, they were long and winding roads for both of us. I couldn't play anymore, and Coach BELLIZZI sent me to, you know, St. Peter's Hospital, and I had a biopsy and started chemotherapy and radiation like right then. You know, your teammates come and your coaches come, and even some of my faculty members would come and visit me at St. Peter's. And then, you know, the longer that process rolls on, you're into your third month of chemotherapy. People have their own lives, and the one constant was, you know, Doug was just a daily friend, daily companion. After I went into remission, I still wanted to be a baseball player, but, you know, that window of maybe signing a professional contract had sort of passed. Doug was off playing professional baseball. He was in the Detroit Tigers organization. After my playing career was over, I coached and managed in minor league baseball, and Doug was still playing. And so one of the first things I did when I got my first coaching job in pro baseball was I signed Doug.
We've known each other for so long that we feed off each other when it comes to program, feed off each other when it comes to life skills. Both of our wives, like you said, went to St. Rose. So everything in general came from that actual physical and mental grind of a baseball student athlete at St. Rose.
Coach BELLIZZI was our baseball coach here at St. Rose, and he was here for decades, and he was a big reason why a lot of us gravitated towards St. Rose. You know, I think in athletics and baseball, very often you have coaches that are sort of transactional and not so much transformational. In that transactional meaning they're about wins and losses. You know, Coach BELLIZZI was about like caring about you as a person, making sure you were doing okay, making sure you were taking care of business in the classroom. You know, as a coach, you know, no one really cares how much you know unless they know how much you care, and I learned that from Coach BELLIZZI.